birthday, Drizzy.
Happy birthday.
Cheers,
Drizzy.
mate.
Birthday.
I got my ice cream cake.
Oh.
There we go.
I'll start busting that open here. My friend Rachel just made this fucking bomb ass happy birthday cake.
Happy birthday, Driz! Episode 12 of aLikeMindz.
Let me tell you.
Let's go. Let's see how that cake tastes. Nom 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 nom.
Scrumptious.
Oh, he's fooling around.
Dude, I haven't even got into it.
Oh shoot! Well, let's just
Get past the frosting
on that here while we just roll into things here.
Holy shit.
So we got episode 12 rolling. You guys can see we got some new friends here. This is my Iowa boy's good buddy Jayson and his lady Nina.
Hi, Jayson. What's up, guys? Nina.
Long time to see. Love you guys.
Been a while, guys. It's been a while. Thanks for coming on, dog. I appreciate it. Yeah, when we heard, we were excited. I was telling Drizzy over there, yo, you got to get us on. We want to be on. So it's nice to be on finally. You know, I've been waiting.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring you on to just like kind of talk about your success with social media. I feel like that's something that we're aiming towards, you know, getting our views up and getting more people to just see our content. Is there like something that just works the best for you guys, or what?
What do you think?
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency is really big, and you know, creating concepts that are, you know, different than other people's. I guess you can say something that stands out or something that's different. And I think that's helped my social media because they're like, I started off with like levitating things. And they're like, oh my God, you can levitate things in those pictures. You know, how does he do that? And then you outgrow that. You're like, I need to take better portraits, or I need to do this. And then you start evolving into, you know, I think what you become. And you guys are starting off hot. So I'm excited to see where you guys get, to be honest.
I'm excited to see how you can help us out and we can help you. I mean, I think
Drew, I don't know if you're talking. Sorry, Meyer. Drew, say something.
Yo, it's me.
All right, just making sure. I thought you were cutting out for a second.
No, I was just trying to let Meyer get his shine on.
Okay.
I ain't getting no shine. I'm trying to get Jay and Nina shine on. Like before we like get super deep into anything, it's like you guys should just do like a quick intro about what you do, Jayson, with your photography, what Nina does, and how you guys work together, so you can like whoever sees this video can recognize you guys, and we can like flash your guys' social medias. But just like tell us about you guys and what you want people to hear that you guys are about.
Bet. You want to say some words? No? Yeah?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, you can introduce us.
Me and Jayson basically are just the duo here. I do photography. Jayson does photography. We met at a pretty, like, we've been together for about over 3 years now. We've grown in photography a lot. When I kind of met him, I basically knew how to shoot in manual, but not shoot very well. So he helped me grow in photography, kind of helped each other evolve. And we've shot together every day, almost pictures of me for 3 years. So that really helps you kind of grow. Like we said, consistency. We've been consistently shooting together forever now. So we've really grown in our craft together, and now we like to help other people grow in their crafts and, you know, evolve other people's content. So.
Sounds like aLikeMindz right there.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I keep hearing her say grow, and that's what we're all about. We want not only you guys to grow, but we want to be able to grow everyone that we come across too. So.
Exactly. And Nina, she's like a social media whiz. Like that's what she does. Other than photography, she's like a social media whiz also, you know, and does that. So so you got like
we'll take any tips. Me and Meyer tried.
We need to get you our link so you can help us out. Help our social media out. Yeah.
Hella good.
Yes, that was basically my job for a year, was just kind of studying social media and helping other people grow their accounts. I do that right now too. It's like a full-time next to photography. I work with agencies and help them grow their clients' accounts across like Reddit, TikTok, you know, all kinds of different platforms. And yeah.
Is Reddit a good one for us to start joining? I mean, like how does that work? I guess we've never really looked into that yet, but
Reddit is really good. It's just
Reddit's
like
very
kind
good.
of complex. It's super complex. Like you have to be like willing to learn how to post on it because it's just really kind of different. And but it's definitely, there's a community. Like there is a lot of people on Reddit. I work with a lot of like models and high following like Instagram, you know, people. So what we do is we'll just post their Instagram content into Reddit forums that have to do with them. So if they're wearing like a bikini or if they have like blonde hair, or, you know, like those kind of Reddit forums are really easy to grow in a lot. And then it links to your other social medias, or if you have like a storefront or like a merch line, it kind of,
Like
you know,
guys with
a
merch.
funneling service.
right. And so those are kind of like tags, like Reddit tags,
Yeah.
and then every time you
So
click
yours
right.
would be like podcast, video
Right.
podcast, like what kind of topics you talk about that week, or so. And you can post videos on Reddit too.
Right.
So you could also post like a clip of your video or things like that.
Like a YouTube short.
Right.
Yeah, YouTube are good too. If you are on that, YouTube shorts are pretty popular right
Yeah.
now.
We have do you guys know who Scumbag Dad is at all? You've
Yeah.
heard? So he's our homie here in Des Moines, and he's got like 3.5 million TikTok followers. And
Nice.
so yeah, we're doing some skits with them tomorrow where we're Italian. So it should be pretty funny. But
Have to fake die.
Yeah,
I guess.
Nina's got it.
And
She's
I have
gonna-
an Italian
so-
wife, so we'll see how that goes.
I can't wait
Yeah.
to see that for sure.
oh, it's always
Sounds
fun.
lit.
send
Brad
us
is TikTok.
send us the invite. We'll watch.
TikTok's hilarious.
But yeah, on the YouTube shorts, and
Yeah,
he
he-
already has 1 million
He
YouTube
hit
subscribers
a million
now.
in I think less than 2 or 3 months on YouTube. And the shorts are really big, and he had the content to like back it up with, because he had all those TikTok videos, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he had to post them with YouTube.
He had
and
like
then,
3 seasons worth of TikTok
and then,
videos.
then he's got the YouTube plaque now, and I'm like, congratulations, you're like, because that was his main goal, was to convert his following to YouTube.
Yeah.
And because that's where he said most of the money making would be is in the long end of YouTube.
Yeah, like your YouTube ads kind of thing that pops up on videos.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
million on YouTube now, it's just like, wow, that's
Like that's
insane.
some peak things, big things to happen.
Yeah.
It's cool to see. I think he's like
he's just like naturally funny.
you'll have
Yeah.
you guys will have to get Brad on the
his
show.
brain just works so quick too. Like
That'd be
you can come up with 5
Yeah.
concepts one day and get them filmed. It's like really cool to see him do
Yeah,
it.
he works really fast.
He'll be like, you're gonna stand here and you're gonna say this, and I'm gonna film it like this, and then he like goes and puts it together and posts it on TikTok right away, and
It just blows
it's
up.
crazy.
So he's just like strictly videography. He just like gets like scenes
just-
or
Like a 360
He,
camera.
he
Okay.
comes off 360 cam,
Yeah.
and he does like a lot of well, he,
First
got, he,
person
he, got,
narrative
he
kinda.
blew up. Well, he did really well before Scumbag Dad, but he created this character named Scumbag Dad because there was this guy on there on TikTok. He was called like Nice Dad or whatever, and he would like be the first person to take you to like the store and be like, "Do you want a red apple or a green apple?" You know. So Brad thought that was really stupid, so he's gonna make one like, "Oh, I'm a Scumbag Dad. I'm just gonna do scumbag shit." So like his first video, I think he took like his wife, which acted like the kid in the video, because it's coming from like her perspective, so you never see who the kid actually is. And he takes her to dinner and makes the kid pay for it, you know, some scumbags. And then it like started to pop. Then he was hitting like 1 million, 2 million,
9 million.
9 million, 16 million views. And I'm like, and then he just ran with the Scumbag Dad, and it was huge.
Like his hand at the camera, he goes like this, like, "Hi, it's your scumbag dad." It's like embedded
Yeah.
into my head.
It's just
It lives in my head. Right
that's his YouTube Scumbag Dad. Is that how he?
bad, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Check him
That's
out.
pretty
He's
sweet.
a great guy, yeah, for sure. And he's been there because we met him. He hit me up when he found out I lived in Des Moines. He saw my pictures and he hit me up to link up, and he was at like 480,000 TikTok
So we
followers.
really watched him.
Yep. So then we
grow.
went to LA for like 2 weeks and came back, and he was at 1
He
million.
developed this character and was like,
And
"Be in
then-
my video."
Yeah, he was, let's do some videos. So we're like, yes, we were in a bunch of his beginning videos. And then he started traveling like the world doing these videos. So then, you know, we meet up once in here again, but most of his content's like in the Maldives or Vegas or just doing scumbag dad shit.
And it
And
took
free
Shout out scumbag
full
dad.
time,
Scumbag
full
dad.
time scumbag dad.
You know, so. But that reminds me, before we get into it too deep, I do want to say thank you to everybody that has been giving us our little bit of views. And hopefully one day we could be like Scumbag Dad and hit that 1 million mark. And these 3,000, 1,000 here, everything that really makes us excited and motivates me. And I think it motivates the rest of the team to keep pushing and get going. You know, don't forget that you're listening. If you are listening, to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We really need you guys to help us out with that. Just keep it going, keep sharing it, and I appreciate all you guys. So I just wanted to like kind of take a few steps back. You guys obviously are into photography and stuff like that. What interested you to start that? Like what you? Let's just go straight to Jayson. Why did you pick up a camera?
Man, mine's a long story, but I'll keep it short for the show. So I was in college at the time and I was playing baseball and I got sick with this disease called ulcerative colitis. So basically it's just like you're like colon and your intestines just kind of fight everything you eat and you get ulcers and stuff. And then I was like, when I first got diagnosed, I was like, okay, I'll be fine, whatever. Didn't realize it was like a chronic illness with no cure, So then I lost my baseball scholarship. And then one day in my class, my friend was like, yo, since you're not doing anything anymore, you should film a music video for me. And I was like, with what? He's like, I have a buddy who has a clothing store, who has a camera that you can use. And I was like, something to do. And he's like, I'll pay you. And I was like, okay, bet. And I had no idea how to work the camera at all. And we filmed the worst music video you could possibly think of. But like at that time, like holding my buddy's camera, which then we started shooting for his clothing company, which did like pretty successful. We went to New York a couple times and all that. But just holding that camera like sparked something in me. So that summer I went home and I used like a loan and bought a camera off of eBay. And then I just started taking pictures of everything and anything I could find. And that's how that started, really. So it was all basically because I got sick and my buddy would just like do a video. And I was like, all right, let's do it. But we never published it or anything like that. Like it was so bad.
You still got that in the black files?
It's so yeah. I found it a month ago.
I want to see that.
Right,
video.
we need to see that one.
It's
how far you really come.
I feel like we got some high school memories of us using the camera and
we do
coming up with some clips.
Nina and I found a video of us
We
on
did talk
Facebook.
about that one.
I wish I could forget that one too. Don't worry. Jayson put us up to it, and we just had to listen to whatever Jayson said. He's like, "All right, we're doing this." We're like, "Okay."
Little director.
It was bad. I should have known then. It took me like 10 more years after that to then learn.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's my story. So mine was all kind of like a lot of luck was involved too. It wasn't just like I was at home. Like, so really what happened was I got sick and then I went home and for the summer and then I went back to school and then I got sick. So I had to go back home. So then I had to drop out of college. So then for like 3 years, I was living in Wisner, Nebraska, like on a farm by myself with like the closest neighbor was like 3 miles away. I mean, I was in the Hodunks. And I was just like, I had every day though to watch YouTube about how to use a camera, how to film video, how to make yourself look like this, guys. So I had like 3 years of just like being by myself to, then start the come up of where to get to now. But like people don't really see that. Like I watched so much YouTube. Like YouTube is the best place to learn anything. You know what I mean? Exactly. And that's what taught me. It wasn't school. It wasn't a person. No one helped me. It was YouTube.
So you'd probably say that YouTube was the thing that taught you how to shoot bangers?
100%, 100%
YouTube University.
YouTube.
I get that right.
I was
Is that
just
what
gonna
it's
say
called?
YouTube's giving out so many degrees.
Yeah. Is that right? Is that what he calls? Is that what you call your hot shots? Driz was telling me you got it like a
Bangers.
phrase. Huh? Bangers.
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 Nice. That's
Yeah, we always say that. Shooting bangers. Yeah.
Drizzy, what are you doing down there? You awake on your birthday?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just enjoying the show, honestly. I'm thinking of some ideas, I got skits in my head. I'm thinking like Jayson needs to like do like all of his sayings that he says when he's doing a photo shoot, just like emphasize it in a video and be like, this is how I am. I don't know.
I kind of have an idea of what you're saying. Like you could just have somebody when he's shooting he's in a shoot, he's doing his thing, have someone like third person in like from the edge, and then he just turns around like, yeah, I'm shooting back.
Yes, that's exactly what.
Oh my god,
That would be funny.
Do that. That'd go viral. So I need a video to go viral. So I mean, that would be the one.
That sounds pretty fire.
I'll keep the ideas coming. That can't be as good as it gets.
No, how about we just take a quick second, since I brought it up again, to like sing my boy Drizzy happy birthday. We got to do it to him right here on the show.
Stopping the show.
You guys don't have to do that.
I'm gonna cheers to that one, and I'm just gonna lead us into it. So cheers to your birthday, Drizzy, man. So
Thank you, Drew.
You want to sing him happy
birthday
to
you.
Cha cha cha.
Ding dong.
Happy birthday, dear Drew.
Happy birthday
to you.
You blow your candles out.
Good job.
Cheers,
Cheers, Drizzy.
What'd you wish for?
I can't tell.
Oh,
A millie.
I tried to get him.
Millie.
We need that Millie, dog. We need it anytime. So
let us know.
why don't we
where we can follow.
just get back in? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Meyer.
Bring us up to speed. Where can we follow you and Nina, or your guys's, like you said, you got YouTube, you guys have Instagram. What do we need to follow to stay up to date with your guys' work?
So my thing is Instagram, which is RAWE_reality. And Nina's is
I have like multiple, but Nina in Action is probably the best. I got Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram under Nina in Action and an LLC. So that's the best way.
Awesome.
I'll make sure to flash them up on the screen. So you got to, share all those links. I'm sure Driz has them or whatnot. But
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna hit that follow button and start paying attention.
Oh yeah.
hell
yeah. Support. I want to share you out here because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm out here in Ohio, so I can just spread you guys across the whole country. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do with the Minds, is be a big network and connect everybody. We got the Iowa boys, of course, and then Myers out in Rhode Island. I'm right in the middle there. We got our other buddy Armin that's been on with us a few times, and he's part of the team he's up in upstate New York. So who's your one buddy? Shane, where's he at? Texas or something like that, Meyer?
Yeah, we got a bunch of close buddies out in Colorado too.
Colorado.
One of our next guest is coming on. He's down in Florida, so we're trying to hit everywhere.
The only side of the states we haven't hit yet is the West Coast. So I mean,
oh yeah, we spend a lot of time out there.
What's up?
Yeah, right. There we go. Link us up.
Connect for you for sure. Yeah, we're out there. I mean, probably been to Vegas like 5 times this year already.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we travel quite a bit, which is nice.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. RV life is the best.
Yeah, so I
option.
think we're gonna do an RV life. Like, it sounds crazy.
Oh, nice.
What's
Yeah.
that mean? Like getting out of your lease
Sure,
or
yeah.
mortgage?
So
Yeah, we just rent. So our lease is actually up in August. So we're thinking that might just be the perfect time to get
Yeah.
a camper and
hit the road.
go till the winter, probably go to the West Coast for the wintertime
Yeah,
and
for the
park
winter and-
and-
Yeah, do that. If
That
you
sounds
got,
like a plan. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to hit up like every national forest,
national
right?
park. There's
National
like 60
park.
something.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
sounds dope.
like,
Yeah.
so my goal was like, at first it was like about like hip hop and stuff like that, you know, because I started that way. And then as I developed, it's more like, I want to take pictures of Nina for a living. Like, how dope would that be?
Like me in random places and
Yeah,
landscapes
Nina's just
and
different
stuff.
spots, you know, and you can do like spots like that. And
that's
it's
really
become-
got me thinking about. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't want to lose this. So, you guys are profiting off of taking pictures of your girlfriend? That's how you're doing?
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually like the goal, you get products from brands and then you need a
Yeah.
model, and usually you have to pay a model to model. But me, I just do it as a part of the package because, you know.
Why not? You're the team.
So Nina's basically like super famous online that like nobody knows that
Because
it's
of Jason's
Nina.
Unsplash account.
Because I have this like account where I post these photos to a site and
He's been
hit
posting them. I
numbers.
told you we've been growing together for 3 years. He's been posting the photos of me that we've taken over the course of 3 years onto this stock
to
photo
this
website.
stock site. It's hit like 100. I think we just hit like 190 million views total.
So it's gotten
And
quite a bit.
so
of
Nina's face is just like everywhere, but like her name's not attached to it
because
though.
it's his account.
You know,
So,
it's my
but people
account.
still come and find me from there. Like
They
they'll go
will,
to find me
yeah.
on his Instagram and then look at the tag and come message me and be like, "Hey, dude, you're my lock screen, just so you know." And I'm like,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Get those
That's cool.
sometimes.
They're like, "Hey, I used you for my book cover," or "I made this painting and it's of you," and they live in like
Wow.
Russia, and it's really cool. I had someone that
that's
came
awesome.
and sell prints of me. That's pretty cool. So we have like a lot of people that edit our photos too of me, like tons.
Yeah, it's
At least
Do
one.
any of those guys like send you some of those photos like back, or send art to your guys' PO box or whatever of
no,
No, they just kind of say like, "Thanks, we use
Yeah,
that."
like-
right.
we don't know if we're like, because I'm like, yo, I'll throw you some money because somebody did paint like a really cool picture of Nina. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know, I'd love to buy it. And they're like, I think they said like, oh, well, it's going into a
like a
art
museum or
gallery or
something.
museum
Oh wow.
with the highest bidder to somebody. And
And
we're
it's
like,
just like a picture of me
oh.
painted.
so
But
it's like,
yeah,
we could buy it, unless, you know. So I was like, okay, whatever.
it's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was like, no, you can't have it. We're gonna put it in the museum.
Exactly.
How cool it looked when we
Her name
finished.
is not Nina.
right.
Tagging me in it.
That's interesting. That's really awesome.
So Nina, we talked about Jayson starting
Yeah.
up the cameras. How did you start? How did you pick up the camera?
So like literally I've been taking photos of things for like as long as I've had a smartphone, like even the Razor phones. I was like taking photos of things. And then when I was like 17, I was working as the server position with my friend Tawny, and we did like our taxes at the same time and stuff. And she's like, "I know you just got money back from your taxes. We're like by Best Buy." She's like, "Just go in and buy a camera today. Like you won't regret it. Just we were like 17. You don't have to pay rent and shit. You're like, you know," she's like, "I know you have this extra money. Go buy a camera today." And I went and bought a camera that day because I would take photos of her on my phone a lot. She was like my muse. I would be like, "Hold this candle and do this weird pose, and I'm gonna take a photo of you." And so then we got a camera, and me and Tawny kind of started experimenting with it a bit. I did 2 college courses to learn how to shoot manual and kind of a little bit about composition. But then when I kind of was like, oh, I can do photography and learn that and on YouTube and whatnot, I kind of dropped out of college and decided to do YouTube University and learn as much as I could. And I was like starting to learn a little bit when I first met Jayson. I was doing a lot of self-portraits at the time because Tawny couldn't model for me all the time. So sometimes I had to do self-portraits, and I wanted to like try modeling for someone else. So I hit Jayson up on Instagram, and this is funny actually.
She slid in the DMs.
So I messaged him, and I'm like aware that I'm not a good, like great model at this point. Like, I'm like, I don't know anything about modeling. And like Jayson had a good following already at the time. So I was like, hey, how much do you charge for a shoot? Like I was willing to pay for some headshots or something. And he said something like along the lines of, oh, I don't really charge that much. And I was like, okay, well, like, let me know so I can Venmo you. Like, what's up? Can I like put a deposit down? What's up? And he would like never hit me back up. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm like on Instagram one day and he put like a story out saying meeting a model for a clothing brand, and it was like 3 minutes ago. So I'm like, okay, no one else has responded yet. If I'm the first one, maybe he'll say yes, and then I can get some free pictures and finally get the shoot I tried to do like 2 months ago. So I hit him and I say, hey, I have the day off, because he said like 10 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
like 10 a.m.
10.
tomorrow. I'm like, hey, I actually have the day off work. I'll model for you. And he said, oh, awesome. Meet me at Sculpture Park at 10 a.m. And that ended up being a hectic day too, because I woke up an hour late and like didn't get there on time at all. But then we ended up, clicking, and yeah, the rest is history with that, with me and Jayson basically, and been learning photography ever since and growing together ever since, and basically shooting once a day, every day, if not on an iPhone, on a digital camera or VHS camera, film camera. Like photography is definitely a part of our every single day life. So it's been an evolving door since we first met, basically.
You say a VHS camera?
Yeah, we usually.
So it's going on like an actual tape, and then you put it in.
I have one of those too. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
My grandma had one when I was younger, and she let me have it, actually.
The VHS cameras.
So you have a vintage like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's hella dope.
Yeah,
we just got
one where it just pulls the photo out and you can like wave it and show it.
I have one of those, but it's broken right now.
That was actually
one too that I had when I was a kid that my parents would take.
Yeah, those ones.
That's a Polaroid, right?
But the guy needed that.
We have the newer one too you can get from Walmart.
Yeah,
I have a vintage one also. I have so many.
What is that camera called? Would that prints them right away? I can't think of the name of it.
Polaroid.
The guy who invented the Polaroid graduated from the same high school that my lady Rachel graduated from in Northern Connecticut. Yeah.
Cool.
We were just talking about
Connecticut fun fact.
We were just talking about
fun fact right there.
Connecticut? You said you guys want to go there?
We were talking about
we were
last
watching
night.
Ghost Adventures, and they were in Connecticut, and we're like, we want to
go to Connecticut.
Hey, that's funny that you say that, because he was
the show you were on.
Yeah. Here, I'll let you.
I was up.
What?
I went to the show that was on there or something like that.
Dylan was actually at a haunted house, and
there's like
in Connecticut, right?
Hell or some shit. But if you guys are ever out in Connecticut, you guys should hit me up, because me and Rachel have a house, and we'd love to have you guys over and show you the range. And it's beautiful. Northeast is beautiful. You could go to Boston, New York, just the whole coastline, Newport. There's so many great places you guys could.
Yeah, it's dope, because we go to New York quite a bit, but we get stuck in like downtown Manhattan. So we're like on the
we haven't been like upstate.
We haven't been to upstate New York, but
I want to go to a lot of cool abandoned houses, and I want to take photos of them.
Yeah, I think Connecticut's the spot we're gonna hit up so we can get the RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in upstate New York in the fall time, go to my buddy's haunted house.
Yes, that would be lit.
We're gonna make that.
Check out the restaurant too when you're up there.
Okay.
I think I'll have to be there when you guys are there, just because.
Adventures.
Where's start going Adventures channel?
Make it the whole like set.
Crooked Descent.
I can't remember.
Who dog is that? Ollie?
Yeah, she's freaking out.
Why don't you take a second to go help her or something, dude?
She was like, no.
She was like, nope.
She's being a menace.
It's my birthday.
She's singing happy birthday in bark mode.
Oh, that was happy birthday to Dad. That's what's up. Hell yeah. So, basically, when did you decide you like had an Instagram, like you had like a gold mine on Instagram? When did you figure that out? How did you figure that out?
When I first moved to Des Moines, probably like 5 years ago, and
it?
a promoter hit me up. Hey, what up?
Dylan made it over to Drew's. Let's go.
What the hell? This is a
What's
surprise.
up?
Oh,
shit. What's up?
Birthday surprise. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
That's what Ollie was for.
Blow everybody's ears. We good? Bum ass knee. Dude, Blake broke Dylan's knee.
Oh, he's recovered. He's good.
Dude, cross him up on the court. What the hell?
No.
Shit.
Hold up. You're blowing up about Instagram. You
Oh,
chose Instagram as your main platform.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah. But I had a promoter hit me up for the Migos concert. And he was like, hey, if you like spread the word, you know, like I'll let you shoot the show and stuff like that. And I was like, I hadn't really shot like artists yet or anything like that. And so like Migos was right at their like peak when they like everybody knew who Migos, right? And so I was like, yeah, I'll promote the show and shoot the show. And then that led me to like so much bigger things. But that's what got me starting on Instagram, is like shooting the Migos, because Drake retweeted one of my things, or no, it was somebody like super big retweeted a picture I took of Offset, of one of the guys in the group. And then that helped my social media. So then my thing was like, I need to start shooting all hip hop shows, every person I could find. And then that's how that like grew, was just by concert, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. I was like, how'd you get into like shooting the artists? Yeah. So that's how you, yeah.
So then I shot with that, and then he would when he would hold a show, I'd be like, hey, can I come shoot for you? And he'd be like, yeah, come shoot. And then it would be like Waka Flocka or somebody. So then, you get to meet him, talk to him. And then basically that's like where you can separate yourself from, and then you create relationships with these, artists. So then they don't forget. So like with Little Xan, I met him 4 years ago. And then, like 7 months ago, we almost got arrested in LA at a gas station shooting a music video. You know what I mean? So like keeping that relationship alive was because like I snuck into a show, took pictures of him, got to know him, and then like stayed in contact with him throughout like 4 years, and then did some crazy shit with him. But then that's how it evolved. It's just insane. But that's probably where my Instagram took off, was because of shooting.
That's sick. So like let's say your first famous retweeter, who I forget, you said somebody like through the Offset crew or something, like
I think it was Kidding maybe that retweeted it.
What was your like natural reaction? Do you recall that? Do you remember?
I can't remember, to be honest. It was a while, but I think I was super stoked.
Memory loss.
But like, it's different now because
I was just gonna say, I think we all do.
People hit me up now, and you'll get like shout outs from people. Like I got some big shout outs from, and then you're at the time you're like, oh, it's so dope. But then you realize like, it's not really that big a deal. But yeah, I was super stoked because it like, I'm just on Instagram and it's like follow. I was like, oh shit, I think my phone's broken, and that's what happened. That's only happened like probably 2 or 3 times ever, since having my account, that I've ever thought like, oh, it's like broken, because like,
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember back in the day when someone just takes your phone and just blows your phone up? You just kept
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
That's what it was
Like the text bomb.
Yeah, the text bomb.
Dude, I get a DM one time. We're in LA. Short story. We're in LA and we're living in Santa Monica. And I go into my Instagram and I see like the request. Oh, hell yes. So I go to my request folder. I see a DM from just like an account that says, hey, want to shoot. So I click it, and it has like 1 million+ followers. And it's just this kid named Diego. And he couldn't have been like,
I think it was like 16.
He was 16, I think. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And he's like, hey, do you care if my 2 friends come? And they like tagged them. They had like 1 million, plus too. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And so we met up at the Santa Monica Pier, and we like just did like one Instagram story together, and he posted it. in my phone just for like 3 days. I couldn't post. I couldn't do anything
Oh my god.
because this 16-year-old kid
He had like
made
a
a
big
post.
TikTok following.
But
so he was,
like he had
TikToker.
like a cult TikTok following. Like shout out to him. Like I don't know how it is. Like I mean, just like a cult fan base behind him. That was something I've never really dealt with until I met a 16-year-old kid that I was taking pictures of that just blew my phone up.
That's so awesome, right?
The
Like you think
power
you'd
of
be
a
one of the big guys,
16-year-old.
right? And then the 16-year-old.
Oh yeah. I think like the night before we were, doing something pretty wild. And then I saw that and I was like, yo, let's keep it rolling, keep the good vibes going. And then that happened. But then you just realize you're like this. I think I was 26 at the time. And I was like, man, this 16-year-old kid has this much power on the internet. Like,
It's crazy.
like, what am I doing wrong? Like, how do I get this power?
Right.
Like,
Was
turned
that the
out,
only time you worked with him?
yeah, we only linked up that one time and then stayed in contact. We never linked up again. But his name's Diego Martner, I think, something like that.
Nice.
But yeah, shout out to him. He's hella dope.
Diego, man. Thanks, brother.
Maybe we'll have to follow that up with you. Just shoot us over here what his handle is or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
We're all about. We just want to spread everybody, whatever we can do. Well, why don't we take a quick second?
Little timeout. Yeah, little timeout. Say what's up.
Just his homie. Just
Yeah.
popped
What's
up.
up, homie?
Long-time good friend Dylan right here.
What's up, Dylan?
Surprised me on my birthday.
Dope.
Crazy. Hell of a
That's
surprise.
dope, man.
Coming over. Oh yeah.
Is that the Avalanche? Didn't they just win?
Hell yeah.
Go Habs.
Nice. That's what's up, man. Hell
There
yeah.
we go.
Representing the Avalanche. Okay. I see.
Sure.
NHL champions, right?
So yeah, Drew, we Jayson, Dylan, Drew, Dylan, we all went to school together. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got in all my trouble with this kid.
Yeah.
Let's say all of it. 99%.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Man. So I think that I wanted to get a little Instagram video going with the aLikeMindz and Jayson, because it sounds like that we can't get above that 100 mark. We've been sitting at 90.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
No, shout out to Drew though. He's been our main dude trying to tackle social media. Like we all try to come up with content. I know I'd be making videos, so we push for editing the YouTube, the TikTok, but Drew here's sitting here messaging people on all the platforms and trying to put out the good word and posting to everything. It's even one platform, if you put in effort, it takes a lot of work. So we just heard 3 months ago, and he's trying to spend all this time on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's a lot.
That's the thing. Yeah, nowadays you got to be versatile with all of them. Because with me, it was I started with Instagram, and then I blew up a little bit on Instagram. So then it was I never wanted to get off that platform, but then everybody's on TikTok now, so it's I got to hop on the TikTok wave or, get sunk, So it's basically forcing.
TikTok's their most successful right now.
TikTok's
killing
probably
it.
the most successful social media right
And
now.
I like TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Also, Pinterest
Cool.
is big, but
Yeah, and then you got you got to keep a Pinterest page now if you're a photographer. There's
Pinterest
a lot
is
of-
really good for that.
huge.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. I thought it was just create
pretty
it was just a bunch of stuff to show you how to do things. But then I guess
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
get a
know.
lot of great ideas
Yeah.
before you do a photo
Yeah.
shoot. I just
Yeah, I thought it was like that too. But
yeah, I've had a
and
lot
then
of people
Nina changed
screenshot
my
and
mind.
send me and be like, "Oh, I was looking up grungy photo shoot ideas, and all your pictures showed up." And they'll screenshot. My friend who's a model in Vegas that has 300K, she sent it to me and was like, "Dude, I was looking up inspo for a shoot, and look who came up." And it was a shoot I did with my friend Gabrielle here in Des Moines.
Awesome. Yeah. See, I
That's-
had no clue that was a platform for photos or photography. Yeah. So
Right.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, it's hard work. I appreciate that little shout out you gave me, Meyer. That was dope. Not only though am I trying to help, we as a team kind of try to do the aLikeMindz right now. I also have, before aLikeMindz happened, I have been working on my own personal thing in Cleveland. I live about 30 minutes south of Cleveland. And on the radio, I've been getting a lot of shine and love. I'm Money Dog Drew. If you're ever rolling through Cleveland on ESPN, I'm a guest on there. Mentioned almost every day. I've been on live 3 times this week, and then they play me. I like to call and leave like a voicemail, like a content voicemail. You know, I'll call in character, just hyped up. Whatever I've talked about Baker Mayfield. I've talked about the Indians. I've talked about anything Cleveland sports, you know.
That's dope.
I just want to shout that out real quick to ESPN Cleveland 850. Appreciate you guys letting me come on. I don't know if you'll ever see an aLikeMindz podcast, but if you do, I appreciate the love.
Go check out my brother.
Yo, one thing that I kind of wanted to like break into, because I think it's kind of cool. I know, Jayson, you've been doing this for a while at least, is like I can't remember what you called it, but it's like where you hit up a specific type of product or something and you're like using a product for a photo shoot, whether it's clothing, whatever the hell it is. Like, what's that about? Like, how is it?
It's like a little life hack I found. So, well, like as a photographer, you know, there's only certain ways to make money, like go on tour, shoot family photos, shoot senior photos, weddings, right? So I was like, man, I really don't, you know, because I like the hip hop stuff and all that stuff, you know, it was cool, but it didn't pay as well. So it was like, you know, you need something. And I just lost my train of thought.
Jayson basically doesn't like shooting family
Oh,
photos or weddings. So
I
he
don't
was
hate
like,
shooting family photos.
what else
or
can I
weddings.
do? And decided to hit up brands on
Yeah,
Instagram,
so I hit up,
watches and stuff.
Well, it was like stuff I liked. So it was like, oh, I really need a new watch or want a new watch. I would hit up a watch brand and be like, hey, if you send me your watch, I'll send you like 30 photos. They'd be like, okay. So then I started doing that and they'd be like, oh, do you charge for monthly photos? And I was like, oh, you know, I can, you know, if you want to.
That much.
Yeah. So then,
Yeah, literally, that's what he did.
that's how I did it too. I
I'm
remember
currently doing damage
Nina
control on a
does.
couple of those things right now.
now. But no, so it's like basically like I would hit up like, because I like jewelry a lot. So I'd hit up these jewelry companies and I'd be like, hey, I'll take a couple photos for you. Like I give them 5. And they would come back and be like, hey, we loved your photos. Do you freelance? And I'm like, yes, this is what I charge for this many photos per month. So basically I have a month where I produce 30 images for a company and then I get paid for it plus, you know, the products.
Now the game's changing though, because now brands want TikTok videos.
They
too.
want
They want
TikTokers
Instagram
now.
Reels.
Yeah.
So
Right.
now, but that's like also a place where you can capitalize as a photographer, I guess, because literally a lot of these brands don't even care if it's like iPhone videos.
Yeah, that's the
They
thing.
want
Like,
you to just do an iPhone unboxing with
it's
your hands.
insane. Like, yeah.
And they don't even care if you post it on your Instagram page anymore. They're like, we just want it for our page. And that kind of is cool too, because it doesn't make us have to put a post up that might only get 10 likes because we very, very visibly are doing it for a brand, you know? And I don't like doing that personally. So
Right.
I like it when they're like, oh yeah, you don't have to post on your own socials or anything. They just want the content. I'm like, perfect deal.
And,
Great deal.
and the thing is, you build a lot of relationships too, because when you start shooting for like companies and other companies see it, and then they're like, oh, and then you'll get a bigger reach that way. And then they'll post like when Bang Energy posted my photo one time, I was so excited, even though they paid me to shoot the photo, you know, but I was just so ecstatic. Like my picture was on a big platform. And then, so it helps. So then like, you know, I could share that. I was like, oh, I shot for Bang, I shot for Apple, you know, I can say all those different things. But like, that's a market because they were like they could go to a agency and pay them thousands of dollars for photos, or they can hire some freelancer kid like me, you know, for a third of the cost for the same type of production, you know. So that was where my mind went. And then I linked up with companies like Skunk Bags, where I've been in relationship with him for like 5 years. He's flown me out to like LA, Vegas, done tons of shows together. And then I worked with like Apple, you know, and all those came from like me reaching out to these brands like, yo, I love your stuff. Let's work together. And then it built not just like them to pay me once, but to, you know, do it as a full-time gig.
Yeah, are you still in contact with skunk bags and Apple? Like, do you still
Yeah.
have like messages
So-
like, hey, I need you guys to come do this for us? Like, yeah.
So I haven't heard back from Apple. Well, they bought one of my photos and then put it in the Taiwan App Store, and it was up there for like 5 years. And I
I think
think
it's still up there.
it's still in the App Store right now.
I'm gonna look it up.
But can't remember what I was gonna say now.
But yeah, Skunk
was
just
my train of
texted.
thought.
Skunk just.
Oh, but
today.
Skunk texted me today, which is odd that you said that because he texted me today.
We hadn't heard from him for a minute.
Yeah, I owe him some pictures. So,
Oh shit.
but no, yeah, we're in good contact with Skunk. Like, shout out to Skunk because through Skunk, I met tons of people through him, that he's introduced me to or that I've met at a Champs trade show, because they hold like these trade shows that last like a week. It's all these cannabis companies, and you just like, I met DJ Scott Starch and Amber Rose there one time, and Mike Tyson. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, there's like,
Hey.
Is it Scott Starch?
yeah, DJ Scott Starch.
It's not Scott Storch.
I forget which one it is.
How was
Yeah.
how was Mike Tyson? Was he pretty cool to talk to?
We didn't really talk to him, but Nina,
I saw him, but I didn't know
she
it was him.
she didn't really like
You notice his face?
no, he walked fast.
Well,
But
like I was coming out of the bathrooms and he was right there, and I was like, "Who's this random dude with all these other big, huge dudes?"
Yeah, right.
I was
Mike
like, "Oh
Tyson.
shit!" Like he has a face tattoo, and then I'm walking back to the booth, and I'm like, "Wait, was that Mike Tyson?"
That's when you
And then they announced on the speaker that he was there or something. Like they were like, "Shout out, Mike Tyson's here," and I was like, "Oh my god!" I
It
just
was like confirmation. That was him.
was it.
yeah,
yeah.
that was like when I saw Amber Rose and I took like a selfie with her, right? So I posted it and no one believed it was Amber Rose. But
They thought it was
You
like a
could-
wax figure.
you could faintly
God,
see
yeah.
that he just got a forehead tattoo like a month prior to that. So you could, but with the lighting, it was still hard to see a little bit, but you could see the tattoo, which like confirmed that it was that it was her. But you never know, you run into at these conventions. It's just
It's
insane.
basically a huge networking.
It's just all networking. That's what that I've learned too is
So that's where
What's up?
we need to get out. That's where we need to get out to, because that's like a big thing for us, right? Connecting with everybody,
Yeah.
networking. So yeah, so that's like our next big thing is getting the whole crew out to one of these
Yes.
conventions. So yeah.
the conventions are huge. Like, I mean, like we've met so many people through other people, but the biggest thing, like as people say how corny it is, but it's all about connections. Cause like I'm a good like we're great photographers, but there's other people out there that are, just as good as us. But people come back to us because they're like, oh, I fuck with these people. They're real, they're talented, and mostly they like it that we're real. Like
It's the
our-
personality, right? It's
Right,
like yeah, you can have good
Personality.
photos, but it has like your personality has to be clicking with them.
Exactly. So they're like, who would we rather bring, like Jay and Nina to come hang out in the studio for 8 hours? Like we already know how they act, or some like nerdy kid that lives close by or something. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like, that separates a lot from us is because the connections basically. And connections are so huge, especially like with us, like and you guys and the podcast, like in the internet basically. It's all about connections, because like one reshare from a specific account could like change your life overnight.
Yeah, literally. I just posted other night. I just posted a couple photos I took of downtown Des Moines sunset on Facebook, and they got 514 shares on it on Facebook. And I'm like, I've never ever gotten more than like 18 shares on
Ever.
Facebook. But literally, look at this. shit. Like, I
But
literally,
yeah, like overnight
and they're not even the best photos I've ever taken. It took me 10 seconds to take these photos.
But then like getting gigs too, because people are like, yo, I need someone's like, oh, they have that thought in their head. They're like, oh, like Jayson was higher than him, so but it's all connections. Like that's, I would say like 60-40, like 60% is connections, 40% is talent, right? And then that too, like willing to put yourself out there, like go to a convention too, like that takes a lot.
the video.
Drizzy's about to fall asleep.
Right.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I wanted to pay attention to the TikTok live. We heated up real fast.
Oh no, you're good. Oh,
we were up there at like 15 views real quick. I was just been sitting at one like the whole time, and then we just heated up. So I just was interacting with them real quick, you know.
Yeah, I
So
feel like TikTok takes like 20 minutes for your live to really start beefing up.
It does.
I've had times where my TikTok has like 1 view, and then all of a sudden there's like 13,000 people in there for like 5 seconds, and it has 5 views again, and then it has like 1,000 views, you know. So
right, yeah.
what Sturgis was in the parking lot, I remember, and it was just like going crazy.
That's sweet, man. I can't wait for the day for my view to say like my live views our live views to say like 1K.
Right.
They will.
I will probably have to go to the bathroom and wipe because I will shit my
Hey.
They will. We'll have to prepare for that.
It'll
moment
happen.
then. Yes, it'll happen.
So yeah, really consistency, and then you get there.
That's awesome. So just we got a couple people. I'm just gonna shout them out real fast while we're here. You know, we got Kimberly, she's active in the chat. We got Riley from the Hard. You know, my boy Dylan Jams is in there. We got Jay Gibby and follow King Bob. So that's our people that's hanging. So we were mentioning TikTok. I just wanted to make sure I was interacting because you guys said it was so important.
It is. No, that's good. That's very important.
I got the TikTok ban like a week ago. Me and Rachel were driving across the country, and I was like, I'm gonna just try to figure out this live a little bit. Been trying to like figure out how to do like the background stickers to like type what you want and whatnot. Still haven't figured it out. If you guys know, like, still searching for that.
Why'd you get banned?
Okay,
So like I was just like showing the road trip, and I was like, yo, guess the state we're driving through, leave a comment, like, and we'll play a song request. And then a dude dropped a link to a song, and it was like it sounded like it would have been a normal song, but I clicked on it and then I played it live, and it's like fucking a bunch of profanity on the song, and I'm like, cut that.
Yeah.
And then, as soon as I turned the song, the live got taken down, and it was like, you have broken the regulations, and it was banned for like a week.
You were driving in the video, like if you're visibly showing yourself and you look like you're driving, it'll ban you, because I've tried to do TikTok lives where I'm driving and it says because I'm driving.
Like harm to yourself, right? Like,
Yeah,
so yeah.
I'm being distracted on the road.
That could have been.
Yeah. It happened to me twice before on live while I was driving, and then I looked into it a little bit, and it said it's because I was like, you could see me driving with my steering wheel because I had it on my like dash, my phone. So it banned us that one time when they ran also. That was the day that we got like 13,000.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
We all share the account, so I had to be like, hey guys, I'm sorry, but
I'm on the live. I'm on
banned.
the live watching these guys. I'm like, yo, I'm about to pick a song. I'm ready to like send them a song. And then all of a sudden this song just comes out, just like, I'm like, Dylan, turn that off. Like,
Not to mention,
what's going on?
Not to mention his road trip is to Ohio to come and kick it and meet me in person for the first time. So like, he's like, dude, I just got our live band. He's about to pull up. I'm like, it's cool, but like, damn.
Right.
yeah, that was cool. Like, I met Drew basically through this podcast, and we connected, and then met him for the first time just like 2 weeks ago in person. And Ohio, like Cleveland. If you guys are ever traveling, have you been to Cleveland, Jayson?
No,
Nina?
No, but I have a homie that lives in Cleveland, but I've always wanted to go.
Cleveland is sweet. I like it a lot, for sure. I was surprised.
The land, right? The land.
Yep.
Oh, I just got a host request from somebody on TikTok. I'm gonna accept it and share the host. Oh, they took it away. I was too slow.
All right.
They got nervous, I guess.
You can go look at it, right, and put it like double screen, like how we had it.
But,
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsoring clothing line real fast.
Hey.
Sample and Layers. This is the official 7-7 Vibes hoodie. I put my own Money Dog touch on it and tie-dyed it.
Tie-dyed it up.
I had to because I got fucking dirty one time, and I can tie-dye it and hide it, and it'll be fresh after that. So, but Sampling Layers is where you guys want to go to get any gear. You can't get this hat because it's exclusive to me only, but hit my DMs and I'll send one to your house. But I just wanted to let everybody know where to go to get all the
link.
You know, we got the links. You know, Sampling Layers somewhere.
Hey Jason, quick, do you have Discord by chance? You guys ever mess around with Discord?
I use Discord when I was working with the agency for cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So I try to find like Sneakerheads' Discord and try to get into their Discord. So I had to learn a little bit about it, but I'm not too big into Discord. Are you guys into Discord?
So we're into Discord.
Because Discord's like Reddit, basically.
Yeah, it's
right. So yeah, I'm more into like Discord instead of like Reddit. Yeah. So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Like we would use it.
We'll have to link together our names, and then I'll get you sent into the aLikeMindz Discord.
Yes, that'd be dope.
I mean,
So-
that'd be one way we could connect. Like I was like thinking like, you know, how can we grow? Obviously you guys are doing your own thing. We are doing our own thing, but it's like we want to be connected with you guys and we want to like continue to benefit you and we'd like to work together. But like that's one place where we like share art, videos, everything from freaking the podcast ideas, topics to fucking these guys are big on the gaming and whatnot.
Cool.
So
yeah, I'll have to add you, or you'll have to. How do I even get? I'll have to join your.
Blake knows all about it.
I'll send you our link. I'll
Cool.
I'll
Hell yeah.
you right now, honestly.
I still got Discord down.
Yeah, you're good, man.
I love the Discord. If we can get that popping, that would be where
I think so too, honestly. Like
yeah, Blake's done such a good job at working with his team of Discord guys to like design our whole little like it's like our personal like Twitter but we can call each other. We can do now. My dog's barking. There must be deer outside or something. Deer run through my backyard. It's crazy. But anyway,
that cult like
I would love to have our Discord have like 1,000 people, you know, just have our whole anybody that's a fan or a aLikeMindz member. That would be sweet. I think, what do you have it at? It's like 30 members or something like that.
Like 30.
Okay.
Yeah, like 30 members right now. And we just recently started it, and not many people have Discord, so it's hard to like get them to join it, right? Because they have YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all those. So it's like there's another one you have to join, right? So, but you just got to keep pushing at them. Push.
But Discord, no, I like Discord. I like the concept of it. Like it's basically like a big group text.
right.
That's why.
And that's what Dylan I think was about to say. Like it's like the cult, right? It's like our cult. It's like our So
like you come in and you're like, you just go to like the art section. You're like, hey, Discord channel, this is my brand new video or my brand new photo, and then you automatically got 30 fucking likes, follows, comments on your photo, so it like gets a quick little head start or something. And obviously, if you can grow it to 1,000, you know, imagine just having an instant 1,000 likes on any photo you drop, like in minutes. So
Right.
like, if we can use it in our advantage.
Oh, definitely. I think Discord would be a good one. Probably better than Reddit. Reddit's a little difficult.
yeah, Reddit, like I just like when I go into Reddit, it confuses me because there's just a bunch of text and I don't know where to like click, right? I'm just like, shit, do I click here? Do I click here? Or like I don't know what to do, right? So
Yeah, that's how I felt. I got thrown in there. So they're like, when I was working with the agents, you know anything about crypto? I was like, I know what Bitcoin is. I know what Litecoin is.
right.
Like, okay, that's good enough. You know, just kind of threw me out there. But I learned a lot, which was good about like cryptocurrency. You guys into crypto at all?
Oh, dude, I got cryptos through
Boys.
and I made a bunch of money last year off Dogecoin, and then I rolled that over into AMC, cracked that. Just, you know, everybody's like, do it. I'm like, okay, man, whatever you do. I've started off with like $200 of my own money and turned that into 5 figures. So,
Wow.
yeah, that was pretty sweet. I'm all about it. Now I have just like a half of Ethereum I'm holding on to. I did the Bitcoin thing, but that's kind of like for the pros and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say I'm a pro. I would rather figure out what Jersey mines a little bit of Ethereum, I think is what he's mining
A
right.
little mining rig, yeah.
So I'd rather try to get into something like that and just mine some Bitcoin versus
Absolutely.
like flip it and stuff. But yeah, that's I love doing that. That
Very questionable. It's like you can't really talk about it with confidence, I feel like if you can hit it, if you hit it.
Wasn't that confident? That wasn't confident. You guys think it was confident? I don't know.
Like right now, it's like, oh, let's buy a shit ton and hope it goes back up to 50K and I'm gonna cash out with 30 G profit. But it's like, I mean, I'd say I'm not as confident as I was in it, as I was like 2-3 years ago.
Right.
Like I was all about it.
Meyer, weren't you like a guy that had like 100 Bitcoin like 10 years ago or something?
I had like a half a Bitcoin 3 years ago. I think when Bitcoin was like 12,000, I was all about it, where I had like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum. I had like over 10,000 in it, and then just like spreading it all out amongst all of them, and then trading it back and forth. I'd like ended up losing money. I like definitely profited on like some trades, but I feel like there's better investments out there than crypto.
Sports betting.
Like you gotta really know what you're doing too.
Yeah.
Like we were at a conference, can't say much, but this guy was just offering like 70K for Bitcoin. Like, anybody have any Bitcoin looking to sell? You know, and you're like, wow, that would be,
I wish I did. So
I wish I had
It's like, oh, 70K, here you go.
take my digital wallet.
Right, yeah.
You know, but I didn't know anything about that. But
Drew, you got a special guest on your TikTok, it looks like?
Yeah, so here's your time to shine. We have our first guest live on the show on TikTok. Kimberly came in. She's been in the chat showing us love for the last 20 minutes or so and pumping us up. So
Kimberly, thanks for joining.
We'll give her a shout out. We'll give her TikTok a shout out here when we get this show released. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Sorry, my light ring is probably blinding everybody. Got to keep myself pretty, you know. But
oh yeah,
yeah. She said, Meyer, did you lose all your money on that Bitcoin deal, or what happened? That was her question.
No, I didn't lose all my money, but I took a lot of it out and I dispersed it in other things. I think I ended up. What was the big one? I think I cashed out when Ethereum was at like 3,600, and like a week before it was at like 5,000. I had like 3 Ethereum I cashed out. Bitcoin I naturally dissolved into other coins, but overall I definitely didn't lose money in crypto. I ended up putting in other things. I think I had I spent like $5,000 I put aside to help buy a house. Me and Rachel recently bought a house, so I put a big chunk towards that. And I basically got out right before it crashed. So I definitely didn't lose money. And I've been in it for like the last 5 years. Me and my buddies back in Colorado, or I had a set of buddies who were like about to start a crypto website and business, really pushing for it. But we were like, can we honestly trust this process on it? And like, do we actually know how to control this investment? And we kind of just shied away from it.
right.
I feel you.
So
Yeah.
I'm liking the way aLikeMindz is shaping up a lot more than that. We can just grow connections instead of.
Exactly. And then you can meet the creators of Bitcoin and Ethereum and all those, you know, and
do anything we want. You know, if I'm coming through Des Moines, I'm going to hit up Jayson now. If I'm going through Ohio, I'm going to hit up Drew, or, you know.
And that just expands.
Exactly. I like that setup a lot better.
It's like Stranger Things, the hive mind. You guys watch Stranger Things at all?
Yeah, I have. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't want to say too much if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, don't. I'm like three episodes away from finishing it. So.
Me and my woman, we just started episode 1, season 1, just to go all the way, because she's like, because she wanted to watch all the new hype ones.
Yeah.
did you watch the season yet? She's like, no. I'm like, did you watch like season 2 or?
You got it.
She's like, no.
She's like, yeah, I watched the first season. I was like, all right, well, let's go. I don't even remember the first season, so why don't we just go rewatch all of it? And yeah, we watched I think 3 episodes before we got jumped on this actually.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you got a wild ride coming.
So Jayson, do you have any new things coming up? Any new projects that you're working on?
Going to Canada.
Too much.
Going to Canada here at the end of the month with our homies from Low Cloud Hemp Wraps. So we're going out to Canada for like a week, and then we come back to shoot Sturgis for the bicycle rally.
Yes, awesome.
So we shoot that every year, which is hella dope. And then we're gonna take off for the RV life. But I got a couple projects planned. I got most I can't really talk about, but they're pretty big. They're bigger than what I've done so far. So when it drops, it should be pretty big.
You can talk to us about that in the Discord, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had to sign some NDAs and shit, but I mean that's just how it goes, like as a freelancer.
Oh, that's super cool, right? Yeah.
But we got some 2023, I think is gonna be our biggest year yet. And we did some crazy shit in 2021, 2022, which I thought were gonna be really big. And then now we're just thinking about 2023 and we're like, whoa, this is like on a whole new scale.
Where do you go from here?
Yeah, exactly, because like we were in Hawaii, and there's this crazy thing is there's this model that I used to follow. Well, I didn't follow. I seen a picture of her when I first started taking pictures, and she had like a picture like this, and she had like jewelry, and she was all tatted, and the picture went berserk. And then one day we were at Champs, and Nina goes, "Hey, that's that girl that you like her photo," and it was this girl named Angela Mazzanti. And she's like a hella famous tattooed model. And I was like, oh shit, that is her. I didn't make the connection for some reason.
Me neither until I looked, and she was modeling for Skunk at the time. And she was like on a picture, and she was standing next to the picture. And I was like, wait a second.
Yes, that's
Right.
And then what happens, then we get cool with her. And then Nina ends up filming her wedding. I get to go to the wedding and just have fun the whole time. And
that connection.
But then we get to go to Hawaii with her, and like it's just all sequence of like coincidences. You know what I mean?
But are they coincidence?
But are they? That's
you guys put yourself forward into that.
Yeah, because it was like
right?
I remember just looking at that picture, like, yo, I want to take a picture just like that one day. And then you see her, you're like, oh shit. And then you're like, oh yeah, we're in Hawaii with Angela right now.
Yeah,
oh,
you're like,
shit,
how did we get here? This is
we were honestly just talking about that last night. Me, Dylan, and Drew. We were sitting by the fire, and it's like putting stuff out in the universe, right? It's just like you just say it, right? And it's like it's gonna like eventually it happens if you say it enough, right?
Controlling.
Oh,
yeah.
You want to hear a creepy story about that? It's sort of so it's like I'm just getting on TikTok, and I'm just watching videos, not posting or anything. And I see this kid on there, and he does these drug test review videos where he pees, into like at home piss test, and he drinks a drink the night before to show you that most of the drinks don't work to like clean your system. And I thought it was hella funny. So I'm walking down the street here one day, and I see this kid keep like looking back at me, and I was like, oh shit, it looks like the kid from TikTok, the stoner kid. And it wasn't. So when I got home, I looked up where that kid lived, and it said LA, and I was like, okay. So Skunk calls me, and he's like, hey, I need you to go to Angela Mazzanti's party and talk to people and like give out backpacks and do all that. And I was like, okay, cool. So Nina and I fly to LA, and we're up in the hills, and there's these influencers just walking in, and so I'd like give them a backpack, say what's up, what up. And then so everybody comes through, and about 20 minutes later, that kid from TikTok comes in, and I'm like, no way. So I go up to him, and I'm like, what's up, bro? And we just started talking, and I was like, yeah. So I had this like thing where I thought you were walking down the street, and he was like, where? And I was like, Des Moines. He's like, where's that? And I was like, Iowa. He's like, nah, bro. It was weird.
He said, I'll never be in Iowa.
No, that's what, yeah, you can tell you'd never come to Iowa, but it was like
in the United States.
Right.
like odd. So I don't know if I really believe in coincidences anymore. It's all like meant to happen. Like you put yourself out there, it's gonna come back tenfold. That's what I believe.
That's
like
awesome.
you were saying too, the law of attraction. Yeah.
The law of attraction, like
Positivity. Yeah. Like
I see him, and then I see him a week later in LA at a party. Oh, and the thing is, the catchy part is when I talked to him, he was like, "Yeah, there were only 20 influencers invited, and I got invited last minute because someone couldn't make it." And I was like, "Oh shit," you know. So the odds of that all going down for him to show up at the party that I'm at,
it was meant to be.
yeah. And then he ended up getting like signed to the agency I was working for, and it all ended up pretty good.
Wow.
Random.
Cool. Just like it's just written out. You know how it is. It's scripted out in your destiny. That's pretty simple.
Exactly. That's what I tell Nina sometimes. She worries a lot more than I do. And I'm like, Nina, just keep it chill.
Keep it chill.
That sounds like
Sometimes I'm a little too chill.
yeah,
but
we gotta have some balance.
Nina's like, no, hey, Jayson, get
Back to reality.
and then
The
I'm like,
balance is
All
key.
about that.
That
I
yin
try-
and yang, baby.
Yep.
I try to take this too seriously though.
That's cool.
That's
Man, I don't know if anybody else wants to. You guys have some good stuff you guys want to keep?
I haven't heard Driz or Dylan talk. Like, are you guys frozen over there?
Yeah, I think Mike's frozen. Oh.
I'm just kind of watching and learning how everything goes. I'll be on later.
Yeah, so Dylan is who I was trying to tell you about. I wanted to get Dylan on one of these podcasts one of these days. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
learn it up.
So he's warming it up right now to get it going for what, episode 13?
Episode 13, Dylan.
episode 37.
Hey.
Look at him shake his head. No.
No, Nina a second ago mentioned balance and stuff. I don't know if you guys here with me on the call here or anyone else listening. That's what we did. Episode 11 is we featured my actual mentor of mine. He's my uncle, but he gave us a good lesson on mind balance and just he's a black belt in Taekwondo, so he's a martial arts specialist.
Oh wow!
Shout out Andy.
If you want to get a little education on just being spiritual and stuff at all, just check out episode 11 because he really dropped some knowledge bomb on us. I'll just shout out Andy, like Blake said.
Shout out Andy.
Cheers to Andy.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, Hoke.
Right.
Trying to get a feel. We don't really have any rules to this podcast.
Yeah,
we don't really have a direction. The thing is just connections. Like there's people who've come on the show where it's just like, if the only way that I'm going to get to talk to you again is to get you to come on the podcast, like come on the podcast and let's get connected. I have like my friends in Colorado that I bring up multiple times who are going to come on once they get their audio all figured out, who are musicians, came on the podcast to connect with us. And it's like, I hadn't talked to them in 6 months. And then they get on there and it's like, hey, best friends. It feels like it was just yesterday I was in Colorado living with you guys. It's like,
Exactly.
so Jayson, I hadn't talked to him. I would have probably never talked to Jayson if he's not on the podcast. So
Yeah,
it's like,
literally, Jayson, like, yeah.
now I'm be freaking liking all his photos and following him and hitting him up. And here we go. We can grow that ripple effect from here.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's just like growing the network. We're just a small little tiny bridge versus like one of them bridges that go from Virginia to across to I think like whatever state's next to them, Carolina or some shit.
What?
We're just a viaduct bridge for
Right now, it's just
that state to state bridge for us. So, like just you even coming on here, dude. Like my dude Driz, he's talking about you you a couple of times, just mentioned how he has a big time photographer buddy and stuff. And to have you on here, I'm just, me personally, I know we all are too, but I'm super grateful for you guys coming and giving us, you know, this great interview so far. You guys have been really fun.
Yeah, I just want to throw out like my backstory as far as like seeing Jayson. You know, he got a camera and I was like, I remember I packed up a whole fucking suitcase full of clothes and I was ready to start fucking modeling. I didn't care what it took. We just wanted to make it and create fucking bangers, as he'd say. And
we did.
They were senior pictures back in the day, but now he's fucking.
Oh, it was on the train tracks, bro. Remember that?
But I seen you grow before my eyes. It's seeing somebody start with nothing and then turn it into something, and then it like lit a spark inside me to go out and do photography and videography and have something to, you know, try to compare to and, you know, be my best at what I do, you know?
Right. Just it's like he set the bar and you're gonna try to go up and slap that bar. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Hey Jay.
Yo.
I remember going snowboarding in Dubuque.
I remember you hit that jump and then you were out. What was that? You went off a jump, right? And I swear you tried to go like super far, right? Or am I remembering shit?
No, you're probably right.
You went, you there was this huge jump and you're like, I'm gonna send it. And I'm like, no fuck way. And you like went up and then you hit the ground. I was like, oh, he's dead.
I remember having a GoPro on.
But the GoPro, yeah, we had the GoPros.
I think that's kind of like where it all started for you.
Yeah, I just didn't even know it, to be honest.
Nice.
A lot did start with the GoPro. I did a lot of GoPro stuff. And I remember my buddy Josh Peterson, he's like, why do you use a GoPro if you have a DSLR? And I didn't want to tell him. Well, I didn't want to tell him it was because I didn't know how to use a DSLR yet. But it was because you know, GoPro, you just click the button, does it for you. But also it shoots wider. And I feel like wider shots look better a lot of the times than like, you know, than not as wide. So I shot with the GoPro because it was so wide. But yeah, I love the Dylan and I went snowboarding at what the hell was that place called?
I don't know. Somewhere in Dubuque.
It was in Dubuque, yeah. I can't remember what it was called though. I remember I could barely fit into my freaking snowboarding pants. It's like gained some weight.
Those already come snug though. Like I ski personally.
Oh hell yeah!
Wear snowboarding pants because they're cool.
Yeah,
and,
they're dope.
But yeah, mine like they're like I have like 3XLs and I'm like 215 pounds and I'm like, damn, I can barely get my ass in these things.
Yes.
What's going on here?
It's bad. I remember it was rough.
That's funny.
It's not you, it's the brand. It's like their style of stitching.
Yeah.
Jay, what you be using? You be using a drone a lot too, or what?
So funny thing is, I had a drone like three years ago, and we were in LA, and someone jacked our car, so I lost my drone and a whole bunch of other shit. And so Nina and I recently had just gotten a drone right before Hawaii. So that was in March, like 6 months ago. And so Instagram hit me up one day or whatever, and they're like, hey, we'll start paying you to post reels. And I was like, all right, whatever the reels are, I'll start doing whatever. And so I didn't really have any ideas. So I was like, maybe we can use a drone and make some good videos out of it and post some reels. And then like a couple started like getting some attention. And I was like, shit, this might be like a scumbag dad type of idea. Like maybe we should keep running with it. Like, so the drone, I've been doing that heavy, but that's more of like
Like your passion.
a passion type thing. Still
Right.
working on. You know, I feel
He
like
gets crazy with the drone. It gives me anxiety. He'd
Yeah,
be
I
like
want
flying it,
that
and then it'll be
thing.
like
Oh my
lost
God.
connection, and we'll be like, "Where the hell is it?"
Oh no.
5 seconds to land, and you have to like.
No, I think that's huge. There's some dude out in Rhode Island, me and Rachel met, where goes by Rhode Island Drones, and he literally just
Okay.
goes into businesses and he starts like on their front stoop and just goes so far out, and it's like he sells it to the businesses, where it's like, I feel like if you had an example portfolio, you could, like, I've been in sales for so long, I feel like I could go into any business and be like, yo, check out this video. Do you guys want to pay for your own business video of this drone? Who would say no to that?
Jayson,
Who would say
Exactly.
no to that?
hey, I don't know. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you guys, but have you seen that video where the guy goes through the bowling alley with the drone? He like
Oh
starts
my
out the
God.
door and just goes through the bowling alley, follows the ball down through the like.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Or all the drone videos of golfers like
Mhm.
following the freaking
Right.
Oh, I know. Those are called like FPV drones, and like people wear VR headsets when they control those.
yeah.
And I was like, man, I really want to get into one of those, but they're a little pricey. But you have to, like, most of the time you got to build it yourself. And I'm like one of those dudes that are like, I'd rather just pay some extra money. It's like, not do that, you know, just get it,
Right.
Right.
you know. But like, so I have like,
Do your product knowledge. Be like, yo,
We'll take pictures for your company to
Yeah.
build this one.
I'll advertise for your drone. Hook me up with
no,
one of those.
those are all GoPro videos. Those are like built at home drones with GoPro stuck on top of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I need to get one. But I have a DJI Mini 2, which, like, when I control, I see the screen on my phone, you know, connected to the controller, and it goes. I mean, I can fly like a mile and a half away, maybe a little farther without losing connection. I mean, like, it's stupid wild. So I've been like really trying to get into like drone, more like cinematic game lately. But it's been a weird conversion, to be honest.
Yeah.
You gotta keep up with the times, you know. You got the field.
You
like,
have to. It's like,
what you said earlier, you gotta do something or sink. You either swim or sink, right?
yes,
Sink or
and that's the
swim.
thing. Like, these people are like, okay, so now reels is a thing. So now you gotta, like, all right, we gotta figure out how to like post dope reels, not just a reel, because you have to. It's gotta be like dope too. You know what I mean? So that's like the hard part. So it's like my whole Instagram game is changing because I don't want to like not post on Instagram, but now people are doing the reels. So it's like getting in with this younger generation, and because you'll see some videos, it's like 3 seconds long, and it's an iPhone video of a stairs, and it has like 9 million views. And then I work on this video for like 4 days, you know,
Right.
6 views, you know. It's just like sometimes I get frustrated.
Well, that's where we're gonna come in. You send me that reel you made. I'll share the shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I love to do, is just like try to support anybody I can. Like, just like we've done it with a couple other people like that are making music, and my daughter goes to a basketball academy. I've been trying to like just put that on not only.
Yeah, I can attest to that because every time I see him on Facebook, he's sharing people, just every company, and it's awesome. Like you share the love, and it's so awesome to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, then it comes back.
Because I even have, like we said earlier, Armin, our boy in New York, like they have a restaurant. I share his restaurant posts, and I mean, nobody I here is gonna ever probably eat there, but just I feel just that hitting just that share button can help them, you know, whatever the algorithms or whatever they call them with all these social medias. Whatever I can do to help, that's what I love to do that.
Yeah, and you never know who sees it, to be honest. That's what I've learned, especially with like the stock image websites, you know. Like, I got hit up by Ubisoft to shoot for a new video game. And I was like, you know, and that was all just from posting to a free site where people get pictures and I get views in exchange. So I don't really get much, but they get all the copyright. But then you're like hoping something happens, and then Ubisoft hits you up because of it. So it's like you just keep throwing it out there, and then something hooks, you know.
That's awesome.
That's what's wild. So the more the connections you make, the more you do this, the bigger.
That's sick. Sure.
Yeah, we hope that one day that there's like a time, whether it's like in Discord or maybe just on a podcast, that we just are like meeting and connecting. Like, just like you said, there's gonna be a time when we come together and I don't know, maybe we get a fucking
eventually
someone game design or something.
Eventually we'll get Ubisoft Discord.
Yeah. But it's crazy. That's the thing. You never know who views your stuff. Like whoever watches the podcast, who checks out your Instagram profile. Like you just never know who that is. You know. I remember like when Apple bought my photo, I thought it was somebody pranking me. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was one of my friends.
Wait, how do you know, right? How do you? It's like, oh my god, these guys are lying, right?
Yeah. Other than like at whatever they're at Gmail. Like if their Gmail is probably fake. So I saw that like at Apple, whatever. So I was like, okay. So I did some research and shit, find out it's like a real person. And I was like, okay, let's go, But yeah, dude, connections. I can't stress that enough. Cause like when I first started photography, I took off to LA with like $200. Did I have $200 or $300?
300.
I had 300.
No, for the first time or with me?
The first time.
Yeah, I don't know, probably like 200.
Yeah, I had like
200 bucks.
So
Your mom's telling you to take a 9-to-5 job at Hy-Vee.
Yeah. So that's what happened was like I went out there and I was like, I got like my dad paid for like a week in a hostel. And I was like, all right, so I have a week out there no matter what. Let's try to like run it. And so I hit up like every company I could find, every like famous person. I'd like search LA, search like the top trending posts, hit those people up. And then I lasted like 6 months. And, I started running around with a really famous jewelry guy doing content for him. And then he introduced me to like Nate Diaz and then like other people, it's like the craziest things. And it was all by just going and saying like, fuck it. Like I'm going to LA and there is a lot of luck involved too, for sure. Like that, but it's all about running it and risking it. And, just kind of like, and that's the thing too, being consistent. And the thing was, I was like, well, I'm not going to get a 9-to-5. Like I can't do that. Like just personally, it's just not me. Like I'd rather be homeless, Like there was like 3 days I didn't eat for like 3 or 4 days, and I remember like calling Nina and she sent me like $50.
I sent him my last $50 a couple of times.
Yeah, a couple times, and it was like weird because like you're like at these super high parties, with all these famous people, and the next day you wake up and you're in a hostel, and you're like, well, this doesn't make any fucking sense, like. And it was hard, like, and then like on Instagram and in the Instagram stories, it just looks like the craziest time ever. But they don't see like the hostels or they're not eating or they're not sleeping and
the after party, right? Like after you get out from the party, it's like.
I remember, we were like with Boo Johnson one night, and I was like, if you ever need anybody, like ever hit me up, like I'll come whenever you need me. And then he like remembered that, and then we ended up working on a skunk bags deal for him with the brand that like didn't fall through because of COVID. But then it kept me in a relationship with Boo J, and now he's on like a TV show with Machine Gun Kelly. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the top skateboarders in the world, and that was all just by like meeting him and keeping that connection. It's just so wild.
That's awesome, dude. I don't even, obviously this is our first time ever talking, but I'm proud of you, man. You did, that's good.
Proud of you too, brother.
Good, man.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jayson. Cheers, Nina.
Cheers to all that, man. You're killing the game, dude. Low key, you might be one of the most famous dudes I've ever talked to. You everywhere. My goodness, 109 million views on your model posts, I think you said earlier.
190.
Almost 200 million.
Yeah.
So like that's awesome. You guys are making me this just keep going, because obviously it's out there to get. You guys are getting it. You guys are really doing you guys are living the life. You guys are talking about getting an RV.
Yeah.
Living and travel and just, dude, I do that when I retire. I got like,
Where's your first stop? Like, where's your first stop that you guys both want to go to?
Connecticut, let's go.
Connecticut was the one I brought up last night.
There you
100%.
go.
Ohio's on the way.
There
Yes.
it works
We-
perfect.
Yo, stop in Ohio. That's like halfway point. You can get there in one
Okay.
day. Come to Connecticut the next. Hit up Drew, and he can.
Yes, definitely.
I'll show you around.
Yo, Drew, hit up your ESPN radio talk show host and let him know you got photographers coming who can make fucking
Hey,
video
There you
content
go.
for him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
get that.
That'd be
rolling.
dope.
I went to the studio today. I got a little, they gave out a little gift. I should have brought it, it's upstairs, but like I kind of mentioned earlier but I went to this block party and ran into met the couple of hosts, and they said, just come on down to the studio and we'll hook you up with just something. And I went down there today. Finally, we had the free time while they were still open, and it's like they got to be there before 5 p.m. and I have to work a day job to pay for my house, because
Right.
mine's one day is going to pay for it, but we're getting there. But I was up at the studio today, met a couple of the people up there. It was really cool. Hopefully, like maybe I can get you to do a sweet shoot for a Browns player one day, or you can you do the shoot and bring me to meet the Browns.
We can do that.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That would, hey, however, it was weird. You guys, I have a couple people that my buddy Kobe, he fights MMA. One day he's probably going to be UFC champ. But then I have another buddy, he's a WBC boxing champion. But it was weird. I had a dream that I just was like somewhere. My shout out to Donald Brown, he's a WBC boxing champion. But this is just the other day. I had this dream where we were at an event of some sort. I can't remember exactly, but like I remember I ran into Donald Brown in my dream, and we shook up, and like I went to school with him back when we were younger. That's how I. And then I was on the radio the next day, and I was just telling anybody on Facebook that cares. I don't know if anyone does, but I was excited. So I feel like I'm supposed to be on the radio, and Drizzy shared me and commented, yeah, you should probably be on the radio. And then my dude Donald Brown commented on there like, yeah, dude, you know that's right. And I was like, that's crazy. I had this random dream, like we don't talk too much, I had this random dream about him meeting up with me, and then he commented on my thing the next day. I was just like, what is going on, man? Like, I think it's just part of like
manifestation.
The manifestation, 100%.
Exactly. Yes. Just
shout it out to the universe.
That's crazy.
Dude, I remember when Ubisoft hit me up the night before. I was in LA, and I remember we were just chilling. So where I was staying was like right outside like Disneyland. So I remember just looking at like the theme park, and I had like no money and shit. And my dad was like, okay, he was like, I'll fly you back home, but you have to like get a 9-to-5 job. And I was like, fuck, That night I really had to think like, should I fly home because I haven't eaten in like 3 days, or should I stick it out and try to like make some shit happen? And then Ubisoft hit me up the next day. So luckily I didn't leave. Just think if I would have left. Right. And then there were like so many situations that happened after that I thought if I would have like, quit, like on myself and all that like all of it would have been for nothing. So it was like, yeah, just getting thrown out there.
Dad, you can take that offer and stick it up your ass.
That's right.
I remember telling that, and because he was fed up, because he was like, send me like $10-20, and I was like, he was getting tired of it. And because online it looks like I'm having the craziest time ever, but people don't really know. It's like, how did I get to that, those spots? It like took a lot just to get there. And then so it was really just hard work. And most of the time I'm shooting for these people. So it's not like I was like hanging or like, like with them, but online it looked like a way different story, but eventually became like that. But like at first it was a struggle. I remember it was a struggle. I remember just having no money, just being in LA, having no car, was relying off like Ubers and then people at the hostel that I met. Yeah, it got crazy. And then luckily, like, it was
I have a
either like,
question.
yeah.
I'm sorry. You mentioned hostels a couple times. I don't know if that's a code word or.
Oh no, a hostel is like it's like a group home where like, so you can pay for bed. Yeah. So it's like 10 to 20 bucks. And you
Place to
basically,
crash out.
yeah,
Nice.
it's sketch, but it's
There's a movie
sketch.
called Hostel. You should go check it out. It's a scary movie.
Don't ever watch
That's
it.
what I was kind of thinking of. Like, what's like, are you? Was
Yeah.
your eye cut out or something? Like,
It's like it was a good and bad experience. It was all some weird shit, some real weird shit, but like it was cheap and I was never home. So like basically I never had to be there until I like went to bed. And then it's like, okay, start the next day. But like it was like
you don't have to check in, right? You can come in, you can go in there whenever you want. You have the key. Right.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't like leave any of your stuff there because people would steal it and shit. And then like you had like 30 people in this house and you had one bathroom. So I mean it was an experience for sure. Like I never want to go through it again. Luckily, put in the dues already. But yeah, the hostel thing. I thought I'd never stay in a hostel, and then I ended up staying in a hostel. And then the thing is, you're doing crazy shit, and you're like, "How the fuck am I staying at a hostel? I can't afford to stay in a hotel."
Right.
And then so basically, it was like you got to make money, or you're not gonna be able to live out in LA.
It's like, can I crash at your house up in the hills?
Yeah.
Well, with like doing that now, like it's so much easier thinking about doing it back then.
Right.
I remember just some back, but like, yeah, it was crazy.
That's pretty sweet, dude. I don't know if you do that. That's like gutsy. You took guts. We could probably freaking go on all night. You got some banger stories. You got banger shots. My dude Jayson made a banger episode. That's awesome. We could go all night. Maybe we keep the party going, but I don't know if you want to bring Nina in or she went to bed, but maybe we just give a closeout, say goodbye. I don't know where she went, but back in, just come on in and we'll just kind of just say goodbye. I bet you everybody kind of wants to say one more last thing to both of you real quick. So why don't Blake, you just go ahead and just.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys I appreciate you guys coming on and telling us you guys' story. And I missed you guys. I missed Jayson. I haven't really met you, Nina, yet.
Yeah,
I look forward to meeting you. Yeah, so I can't wait to connect with you guys and stay connected. Get the aLikeMindz and your platform both shortly out, right? So yeah.
Yeah, we're coming back to Sioux City in like 2 weeks. If you're free at all, we should all link up.
Okay, definitely. Yes. Yeah. I would love to do that. Yeah.
On the 27th.
Yeah, on the 27th.
I'll write it in my planner right now.
Hell yeah.
I think me and Rachel are heading out probably next weekend, but we could probably detour through Des Moines.
You should.
We're like Friday night, we just stop in Des Moines and stay in Des Moines for a night before we take off towards Ohio again, and I just knock on Drew's door again. But I think maybe we should meet up with you guys and
you should.
Friday night for something.
We'll take you out. We know some good spots. Well, restaurants.
Yeah, we don't really drink
as
or
much,
go to the bar, but we go to do other cool stuff. So
Oh yeah, for
Awesome.
sure. I lived in Des Moines for a year.
Hell yeah.
okay.
Familiar with the area. But I mean, thank you guys for coming on for sure. Jayson.
Yeah,
brother
thank you
back
for
in the day, brother again. It's like Nina. You guys have my full support. And like I said, I already followed your Instagram just now. It's been 10 years since I've been in social media, and then aLikeMindz just is like, hey, get into social media again.
I had to beat it into it. Dude, what are you doing?
Like I didn't even have an Instagram or like a Twitter or anything, and it's like, hey, but I appreciate you guys.
Birthday boy, what's up?
Jayson, Nina, I already told you earlier, you guys are some of the dopest fucking human beings. However you take it, but no, you guys are fucking cool, and I appreciate like fucking Hoke. Like I don't feel like I always knew you through baseball, knew Myra through baseball. It was always fun playing with you growing up, and then like Hoke solidified our friendship, and I appreciate Hoke for that too. So I love you guys.
Yeah,
and thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you.
Love you too. Yeah, thanks for having us.
New Dylan, you got anything you want to chime in and say real quick before we get out of here?
It's a pleasure to be on here and see everyone, and keep doing your thing, guys.
Appreciate you, Dylan.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it, Dylan.
Jay, Nina, last advertisements. What you guys
Here
got,
we go.
man?
Let's hear them.
Yeah. Any shout outs you want to make? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for having us. We've seen the podcast. We wanted to be on, and we're excited that we're finally on. And and we got to have Nina with us. So I thought that was pretty dope. Thanks for letting that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Definitely.
I think it really went well, and I'm excited for the success for you guys. I see you guys going some big ways, and you guys are already starting off hot. And that's hard to do. And so just keep grinding at it, and the 1K, 10K, 100K, 50K, it's all gonna come.
Appreciate you so much, man. Dude, I don't know if anybody even knows other than myself how much time I spend on my gosh darn phone, TikTok, just begging people to go and subscribe. That's where we're struggling as YouTube subscribers. But we just broke the 200 barrier.
Awesome.
Cool.
Really
That's
good. And we're trying to push on to 500 next, and then get on up to that monetized. So but if I know all you MFers skip to the end, so subscribe. All right, we need your help.
Just hit the subscribe button.
Hit the button, please. All right. But no, really, I want to say thank you so much, Jayson, Nina. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I can't wait to connect again. We're gonna have to continue this on here again. I don't know if it'll be next week or in a month or so, but I want to talk to you guys more. I'm excited for all of this. This made me really excited. So thank you again.
We'll all be following your guys' story and your guys' social medias from here on. I know Drew is gonna be sharing information and loving the photos you guys post in the videos. So
appreciate that.
I was gonna say we every like 10 episodes we'll do like a recast where we try to get everybody.
Well,
that would be lit.
Haven't done that yet, but eventually we're gonna get everyone on one podcast.
So yeah.
Nice.
That would be
awesome. Let's keep the party going. Well, let's get off the damn record so we can let loose for a second. I appreciate all you guys. You know what it is already, aLikeMindz, baby. Let's get it going. Make sure everybody goes and checks the links and give my guy Jayson, Nina a follow, please. And don't forget, subscribe.
Jayson, Nina, aLikeMindz. Let's go.
Appreciate y'all.
Guys.
Peace.
Yes.
Peace.